This segment is brought to you by EY, empowering today's leaders to realize tomorrow's opportunities. We're bringing you all of the latest technology coming out of this year's Consumer Electronics Show, also known as CES. One of the biggest themes creating buzz across categories in Vegas this year was the increased focus of hyper-personalized products for consumers. And Cheddar News' Michelle Castillo caught up with Brian Moore, EY America's consumer technology leader, over at CES to talk about the rise of hyper-personalized. Take a look.
So what are some ways that retailers and brands can create value for their customers right now?
EY's Future Consumer Index reported that 56% of consumers are reevaluating how they spend their time and what they value. The customer value equation is constantly changing. Brands and retailers that are looking at that customer value equation constantly and consistently can drive a differentiated experience for their consumers. And by understanding what their customer values, the occasions in their life, they can drive long-term customer value. One of the things that we've learned is that we have too much data and not enough connection.
You know, one of the big trends we were talking about earlier is hyper-personalization. And what are some ways that you've seen this been used recently, and how can customers benefit from this?
Yes, hyper-personalization of consumers and what they value requires a large amount of data. I'll give you a recent example, a personal example. My son was training for a large event. It was Tuesday, an equipment malfunction. I sent a picture to the manufacturer. They overnighted the equipment to us and attached a note that said, "Best of luck on your upcoming competition." I didn't tell them about the competition, but they knew through data that they had, the sports niche company, on the upcoming competitions and my son who was registered to compete. That generated a lot of brand affinity for my son and myself, and will probably result in a lifetime value increase for them.
You know, one thing that's top of mind for consumers, though, is definitely where their data is going. So how can brands promote responsible data management, especially while they're trying to hyper-personalize the experience?
The companies that are putting it together correctly are able to drive services like a butler versus like a stalker. And so having customers opt in, there's a new consumer data pattern called zero-party data. And this allows consumers to proactively tell brands and retailers what data they want to share, how they want it captured, whether that's preference center data, personal connections, what occasions they have upcoming, and how they want to be viewed by the brand. Trust and transparency in that data collection and how it's used is paramount to build that consumer confidence.
All right, biggest takeaway from CES this year?
It's always great to be here, but I'm really excited about the continuation of the intelligent product. The intelligent products are finally starting to deliver on that promise of an experience-led consumer journey by understanding the purchase's reasons, how the product's performing, in order to live up to that customer benefit.
All right, thanks there. Cheddar News' Michelle Castillo with Brian Moore, EY America's consumer technology leader at CES in Las Vegas. This segment was brought to you by EY, helping you realize your transformation through the power of people, technology, and innovation. Visit EY.com to learn more.